Thanks
And
for
also
having
we
me
have
again.
our analysts in the studio, and of course, you know them already. We need to do introduction, but let's give them a drum roll as we always do. We have Chef 3000 in the studio.
Good
Good morning.
morning. Good morning. How's everybody doing today?
Fantastic.
Good,
And
good,
also
good.
we have James Silas.
Yeah.
James Silas at Jam Zone. James Silas. Good morning.
Can I jump in again?
Yes.
Yeah.
Vegas, as always, you know what to do. You can be a part of our conversation on social media. You can reach out to us on all the platforms that we use.
That's right. On Twitter, it's at Smooth91FM. The songs we will be reviewing today are already there. So you might want to click on that link and listen as well. And use the hashtag Grapevine981 so that we can easily track your messages and you can be a part of this family. On Facebook, we're also /Smooth981FM. On Instagram, the same. On YouTube, we're streaming live. So you can get to see our analysts and see what's happening behind the scenes. Chef Jeff just gave you a wave right there. So please go on to YouTube and look for Smooth91 FM, Smooth981 actually, and you'll find us right there. Follow the gist.
Okay, so this morning we'll kickstart with two videos. And what I must say, though, I am impressed with these videos, but let me not let the cat out of the bag yet. We'll start off with first one from Johnny Drille, and then when we get back, we'll do the one with Simi.
So?
Okay.
Okay.
You don't let the song finish.
It's 16 seconds.
Okay.
Thanks, boss.
All right, so the song is called Finding Ife, yes?
Yes.
And we have Johnny
Yes.
Drille in the studio. So real quick, before we we'll delve into our analysis and talk, I mean, tell us, Johnny, what was the idea behind the song?
Well,
I know.
of course. Well, just as a song, the story is pretty much the song. There's some girl I met that twice, and could have asked her number, or could have told her how I felt, but didn't, because perhaps I was first not man enough, or was shy or whatever. And the second time, same thing. I didn't because I was with some other girl and didn't want to be disrespectful.
Aww.
And it was the same girl.
It was the same girl. I ran into her again by chance. So yeah, I didn't man up the second time, and I thought maybe a third time I'll run into her again and man up this time. But it's been like 3 years, over 3 years. So I've had this song since 2016 actually. But I felt like, I could give this one last shot and just put the song out. Maybe this song finds her. I kind of left a message for her in another song called My Beautiful Love.
Okay.
Where I went, if they call me when you hear the song, that's at the outro.
Okay.
But I guess she didn't hear that. She didn't get the message. So I decided to do a full song this time. And hopefully she gets to hear it this time.
Is her name Ife? Is her real
Yes,
name Ife?
real name is Efe.
Where does
Except
she
she
live?
told me fake name, of course. But what she
Please,
told
what
me was
area? What's
amazing.
her geographic location?
I met her in Benin at some.
James.
I met her in Benin at some event. She was an usher. Second time was in Benin as well.
No,
If you happen to be in Lagos and you're listening to the show, well, you know what to do, right?
no, if you know,
Call in.
if you know an Ife.
Can we just go straight to the video already? I saw one of the locations I saw in that video was Jos.
Yeah.
I mean, if you knew where this goes, I don't know why we went to do it Jos. No, come on, man. See, I was saying that from the first time I heard Johnny's music. So one of my challenges in my own head, I was saying, I don't know if you'll be able to keep up when it comes to the style of music. And I was also worried for myself. I said, I don't know if I'll eventually get bored listening to that style over and over. But on this song again, and for all the ones you put out, it's just come out as refreshing again for me. If Johnny wasn't speaking pidgin in these songs, some people argue I don't think he's Nigerian and all of that.
Okay.
But back to this video, one of the unique thing about this video for me was the fact that it was directed or shot by somebody else that I don't even know, Timmy Davis.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
Real, I
Yep.
don't even know this guy.
It was his first music video ever.
Are you kidding me?
Yes.
First
Now-
It
music.
was a friend.
Why did you take a gamble with that?
Look, It was meant to happen. I always wanted to make work with Simi. He's my friend. First of all, he's my brother. He shot my first live concert in Lagos. He shot
Okay.
the whole footage, and he did it free of charge. So he's always been passionate towards the Johnny Drille brand, and I'd always wanted to work with him. And it was I knew it was going to turn out well, because he kind of like, when someone is attached to your music, not just because they like it, but almost emotionally, they tend to have your best interests and have attention to detail, put attention to detail. So yeah, I always wanted to work with him, and I think he did a great job.
Okay, second thing quickly. For this same video, I didn't like the fact that I didn't see his face. That test. So it just keeps you finding. Yo, you find your effect. Show us something. That's
the idea.
Man. I love it.
That's the idea.
Jeff, how about you?
Well, Johnny, first of all, I'm a massive fan of your style. Don't listen to James. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thanks, boss.
I also hate you at the same time, because every time on Instagram, this guy plays smooth operator. Girls aren't calling me; they're calling Johnny Drille. I don't know what's going on with that. And I cook. He probably can't. Don't answer that. Don't answer that. Don't answer that.
Okay.
All right, let's get back to the video.
Right.
I'm kind of glad that you came in today and told us the backstory about this, because for me, loving the song is one thing. The video is another thing entirely. I felt like the beginning of the video, I was still trying to figure out where this was going, what's going on with the background scenery and whatnot. And then towards the end, I was like, okay, the backdrops that they're using here, I can appreciate a whole lot more. I wish the video had actually stretched out like that.
Yeah. But
for somebody who is a first time with the video, it's a very, very decent video, stripped down.
Yes.
I kind of also like that at the same time. I think that the guy has a promising career. And when he's got someone like you who's, I don't want to say on the rise, like I think you're already there and you're growing a bit more, that's definitely a positive thing for him.
Yeah.
So good job to him. Good job to you.
Absolutely.
This is standard music from you that I was expecting to hear.
Thanks. Appreciate that.
Brilliant.
Really
Like
appreciate it.
I like they've all mentioned, I like the color tone of the video. I really, really like it, and that's why I'm sure when you were talking about it, James, with regards to this is his first music video, and he was able to communicate what the story you're trying to project.
Yep.
I love his use of the fact that he didn't show her face, because it showed that you're still on the search.
Just keep it
So
mysterious.
all your fans out there, we are all in the search with you. Looking for that FA.
That's like when Justin did Cry Me a River and you weren't too sure if it was Britney or not.
Yeah, exactly. So a brilliant video, brilliant song. Always good to hear your music. You put your soul into what you're singing, and I like the fact that you're able to interact with your audience. Whether through your storytelling on your Instagram page. So you're one artist who's been able to marry your song and link it to your social media page, so people can I know the background to this song because I read it on your page. And when I read it, I was thinking, we must find FA.
And big shout out to everyone trying to help me find it. I'm sure all of you.
FA, how fun now?
As in,
All right, Lagos, don't forget, you can get your messages in. It's 0809-444-0981. We're going to review another song by Simi. And, this one's from the album, basically. It's Called By You.
I thought this was doing the video.
Oh my God! Sorry,
You picked the wrong one, didn't you?
Yes.
sorry, I picked the wrong song.
Yeah.
You want to change it immediately?
you can't change it.
No, I'll switch it up right
Yeah,
now.
but we need to switch off because of YouTube. 16 seconds.
Quickly, yeah, no time.
Don't worry, there's still time.
So let me make up our minds on time.
Also,
This is the title. I'm gonna try something. Okay.
We need to go on a break from here. And
Yes.
then we'll come back to analyze it.
So we should come in and go on a break, or then? Let me come in and go on a break. Which
yeah,
one?
okay, that's coming.
Okay, so this is music from Simi, and tell you what, Lagos, we'll go on a quick break. When we get back, we'll review this song, and then we can take all those comments that you're sending in. So once again, it's 0809-444-0981. By the way, it's from the album Omo Charlie Champagne. It's quite a funny one. Stay close, Lagos.
Say hello, everyone.
Hi.
Show some love.
Guilty trips.
Yeah.
Girl, so when you find it, what next?
Well,
You gotta hope that Faye would not have been taken
I'm
before you
okay.
find her.
The question is he even single right now?
well, if she's taken, I'd
You take her back.
Have you seen the film Guy on the Line? Lands
No, I
Bar.
haven't.
Really, you're not going to allow him answer my question.
No. There's a reason why I said that now. Guy on the Line lands bus. The song, the video reminds me of how the guy was looking. He met a girl at the train station.
Yeah.
And he didn't get her number,
Yes.
and then he was looking everywhere. He had to make billboards and
Oh, what do you call it?
Guy on the Line.
Guy on the line. I have to go look for that.
Exactly, that's the one.
Oh wow. I need to check that out.
So did he finally find the girl?
At the end, yes. And then everybody in the train gave him a pen.
Wow.
Just print
Well,
t-shirts.
T-shirts, right? Wait, find a fair hashtag.
But the girl will know, I think.
The girl?
She probably, will know that.
I don't know because the song is pretty everywhere. I'm sure she must have heard it somehow. Except she's, I don't know.
Let's just hope he's not married.
Oh, she doesn't want to be found. That's there. So. What?
No, she will know now, unless she doesn't know him.
She might know.
which is
She might
not-
know. She might know.
Well, if I find her, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Look, that song, I shall just, one of those things in life when you just want to get it over with.
Mm.
Can I just find this person? Can I just,
That could be interpreted in so many ways.
it's not like, hey, if I find her, what if she's
Just for the
changed?
curiosity of it, I mean.
What if, exactly. What if that first? It's just.
That's what I'm saying. She's taking.
What if she's taking? That's
You
the
know?
big question.
Yeah, exactly. So, I'm not getting my hopes too high. I'm just. If I find her.
Do print t-shirts.
But in this life, I've just learned that look, shoot your shot when you can.
Yes.
Try. Man, what's the worst that can happen?
Abiyo, say no.
Say no. Okay, bye.
I'm reading up on Kenyan Gary. On
for soul, jazz, and funk. Smooth 98.1. Love music, love life.
What keeps you going?
Seriously?
Yes, yeah. I mean, it's a good show, so
That's
there are lots of
Tunisia,
ads in it.
Yeah, of course.
yeah, we have a number of comments, so let's take some comments as well.
Maybe we should finish with Simi's one before the comments.
Okay, so should we review Simi song first?
What'd you say? What did you say?
Simi song review, then we'll do comments.
Okay.
Before we go to story.
Are you gonna bring us in?
Okay.
So, have you got Verve? Verve, the rewarding way to make payments.
Straight from the upper echelons of music, I am Sobriety, and you are listening to Smooth 98.1.
Yes, indeed, it's still the Grapevine 91 here, brought to you by Verve, Kayode Baker, and
Ayo Mairo Ese.
And we have with us our guest, a very special guest in the studio, family member.
Yes,
Johnny
of course,
Drille.
of course, of
Hi,
course.
Johnny.
Hi.
You're being shown a lot of love on social media. We'll get your comments very shortly. And of course, we do have Chef Jeff 3000.
Yep.
And of course, James Silas in the building.
Yeah.
Oh, are you changing your style?
So identity is just
Your identity.
Yeah.
Right. So before the break, we played you one of Simi's new songs from her album Omo Charlie. Is it Charlie or Charlie Champagne?
Charlie Chaplin.
I want Charlie Champagne.
Or Omo Charlie Champagne. And so it's the one featuring Falz, Mind Your Business. Quite funny song, quite interesting. We're looking at both the song and the video as they released a visual to the sound. Shall I come to you, Johnny, first?
Yes, sure,
Okay.
absolutely.
So tell us.
Well, so first of all, I when she announced that the album was coming out, I actually pre-ordered the whole album.
well done.
And Mind Your Business was, I think, the album wasn't out, but it was released just before the album dropped, and I heard it. I was absolutely blown away. And then the Falz, the thing Falz did as well. Falz is always comical, but he's always hitting the nail on the head.
He is.
He's always talking a lot of people. It sounds like it's not making sense, but it's making so much sense. And then the production was awesome. I think it was handled by VTech.
B-Tech, the awesome.
VTech, the awesome. I think he was absolutely brilliant.
All right, thank you very much. Who wants to go next? Kylie, you haven't said anything yet. I'll observe that, but we'll come to you, James.
I mean, I totally agree with Johnny on this one as well. The video, I think it's more of the video for me, is very simple, very, it looks like one of those, what's that thing called?
2D?
No.
Animation.
It's like it's animated, yes,
Yeah.
but like a lyrics video.
Yeah.
So sometimes I feel like maybe they'll still come up with another video or maybe not.
Okay.
But it was well done. I think it was funny as well if you watch, and it tells the story of everybody or a lot of those things that happen on social media. People talk, people gossip, people, you know. But hey, it will do you good if you just sip a cup of tea and mind your business.
Most definitely. Nice one. Nice one.
You know,
Chef Jeff?
he's taking a couple of lines from Falz in this particular song. So if you have not seen this video, you might go thinking, oh, it's a lyrical video, but it is the actual video. It's an animated video, which you might not know it, but it actually is very expensive usually to these sort of things.
Really? I was like, oh, they saved some money right
No,
there.
no,
No,
I mean they might have
no.
saved money by not being in the video, maybe. Otherwise, it was still expensive technology-wise.
Yeah.
You know, I love Simi's use of melismatics. She's always excellent at that, and that's what she shines at with this song. Falz comes in again. It's exactly what James said. It sounds like he's saying nonsense, but he's actually really hammering down on that nail with the lines. I love the whole news presentation thing. You know, when the headlines go past,
Yeah.
I loved that completely. So yeah, it's great material that we expect from both of them. So standard stuff. Good work. Good work.
I think the video was awesome. I like the fact that it's a 2D type whiteboard animation type video. Now it's those kind of videos you see for adverts, but it was brilliantly done in a music video format, and I loved the consistency. I mean, there was consistency in the sound, the way they cut it, the editing, everything was brilliant about it.
Even the backstory as well that was going on in the background, I love that as well, the whole gossip thing, because you know it is the truth about what happens in society. You keep on hearing, it's not just social media. You're gonna hear that, oh, Johnny Drille got somebody pregnant today. You hear that when it bothered me that Saturday because of Adele. But yeah, and then people just spread the word. Just
Why did you have to use that example?
Because it could happen.
Like I said, love hate relationship. But yeah, I mean the message is very clear in this song. Mind your business. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
Mind your business.
Lagos
Well,
though, mind your business though. Please send
It-
send it in.
I was going to say it's quite ironic that we're taking that song because on the Grapevine, what we do not do is mind our business. I saw Damola here
I refuse to
from.
confirm or deny that statement.
Alright, so Damola here on WhatsApp says, "Hi guys, yeah, to James and the rest of the house, to Johnny Drille, you're the best. You're totally smooth, Johnny. Much love." Somebody's not happy in the studio. But if it has moved to Canada, or says Tutu in
wow.
Lekki, and that's you, Johnny. Inne says, "I chorused James, yeah, the same time as him. Jeff, it's all about the timing. You also gotta have the attitude. Put your back into it."
My God.
This one from Benga comes says, I like Simi's music, and the fact that she plays to her strengths. Will always listen to her music. Nice one.
Nice one, Benga. Thanks a lot. Taya from Yaba says, "Finding FA is similar to How I Met Your Mother or how a football club choked after winning the title."
Wow.
Johnny knows what to do. In fact, I think I know what I should do. Hello, may too much gossip not kill somebody, according to Simi. Amen. All right, thank you guys. We'll go to our stories for this morning. I will still come to your comments later on.
Okay, so as we have mentioned, we want to talk about the Nollywood director.
Yeah, Ifeanyichukwu Onyeabo, unfortunate news right there. The movie director reportedly slumped and died while shooting a movie in Jos on Friday. That was April 19, Easter Friday actually. A number of people had written tributes to him on social media, and just we thought it was important for us to honor him for his contribution to Nollywood in the past few years. I don't know if anyone knows any of his works or know of what he's done, the movies he's done.
Chef Jeff?
Well, you know, I'm not very big on a few
Nollywood
actors,
movies.
but then that said, you know, obviously this is something that was loved by the masses. You know, you don't have to be the only person that goes with the crowd, to be honest.
Yeah.
But obviously he was able to finish a movie called The Tribe, so I
yes.
feel like everybody should go check it out and just try and memorize, you know, remember him on that basis because of his work. So he will be missed.
All right, thank you very much for that one. Our prayers and thoughts go to the family as well. But let's talk about Eminem. He celebrates 11 years of sobriety on Instagram. Now, well, according to the story, legendary American rapper Eminem is celebrating 11 years of sobriety, and the 46-year-old hip-hop icon, whose real name is Marshall Bruce Mathers, took to his Instagram page to share the good news of a photo of himself holding up an 11-year sobriety chip, which he was given in recognition of his achievements. And he also talked about the fact that Haley, that's his daughter, is one of his biggest achievements. James, what are your thoughts about this?
Oh, I mean, anytime they have to congratulate people that, you know, sort of get out of that bondage of drugs and any other substance abuse. I'll say congratulations to him. You know, for people that have followed Eminem's career, he felt or came off like a very troubled person, even with the music. And today he's not fighting the baby mama, he's fighting somebody else.
It sounded like a very angry guy.
Yeah,
for
he sounded like a very angry guy at that time. That after a while he just went off. It seemed like he went off the scene. And then if you maybe if you had seen pictures that came up recently, he looked bulky. It looked like he had started eating a lot more, but actually working out.
He grew a beard.
He actually, even grew, but looked even better, right at that point, or even maybe right now.
Because of the beard.
Because of what?
Because of the beard.
Why did you cut yours anyway?
That's not even going.
So yes, I mean, congratulations to anybody who, because it can be very, very tough. I mean, I've seen there's one video that's going around, on Tony Rappwood, one girl talking about, you just understand that it's really, really, a difficult thing to drop or stop.
Yeah.
But congratulations to him. 11 years, man. That's not a joke, man. It's
Not
over
a
it.
joke.
It's not beans at all.
Yeah.
I think when you're within that particular society, I'm not even too sure whether sober is the word for when you've been off drugs, but okay, I mean, I'm learning something new. But when
We
you're
actually
within
had
that
that conversation on earlier on.
yeah, but when you're within that level of society and entertainment, it's always there around you, alcohol and drugs and whatnot. So when you look at him, you look at 50 Cent, who is always promoting a drink, but he actually is very sober and not had a drink in years. You're like, it's kudos to them to be able to manage being in that spotlight and also not indulging within the things that come up with that spotlight. So yeah, kudos to him.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, Johnny, you're in the industry. Do you get tempted? I know. I mean, during some drugs are there for some inspiration. Some people actually say that some people cannot create music or write songs without being. Without being intoxicated. Is that the same for you?
Well, it's not the same for me, but I don't know. I've tried to be able to explain it, but the way the industry is there's a lot of pressure on artists to deliver. You're constantly on the edge because people want you to release your next hit song and all that. And so, and because of the way our music is, people constantly have to record and keep recording.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of songs that keep putting out. So most times it's less content, but they have to keep recording, and they need these things to them. They feel they need it to constantly be recording. I'm not making excuses for anyone, but I think you can. It's just finding that healthy balance. You can be able to stay creative and not do drugs or any substance at all. So for me, I've not had. I don't mean to brag, but I've been sober all my life.
You can brag.
I've been sober all my life.
Whatever, he's young.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I don't have to do all that to be creative, and I think there's a lot more people like that.
Thank you very much. Now let's go to some comments. Daniel from Lasso says, "Good morning, guys. My mentor is in the studio, Johnny Drille."
Wow.
You've
The
been
way people throw mentor out. I got a mentoring you from afar.
He says, "You've been an inspiration to me as an upcoming artist. God bless you. I have a song with you in the future. That's what I wish. I pray it comes
I like that
through.
plug.
I love it."
Finding Johnny Drille.
Fine ninja.
This one says, "Hi, Kayode, Ayo, Chef Jeff, Silas, Johnny. We must find the video. Johnny Drille is blessed. Watch this Easter video. What's his Easter video on IG? He just makes his music easy to love. Thank you. Simi's creativity is out of this world, and her unique voice is lovely. Great songs this morning. Thank you, guys."
All right, thank you. I'll take one more comment from YouTube. Dolakwa Agbede says, "Beautiful love story, Johnny. I hope you find her single and your perfect soulmate. God bless you." Oh, look how the fellow lovers out there. All right, we're going to break right now. When we come back, we will take our next stories, or perhaps we should just go for.
Let's get into the stories.
All right. As you have said, now Helen Paul is in the news. Now she remembered her video or her post she did when she was graduating, when she had a PhD. We actually talked about it here on the Grapevine, and now she did an interview with BBC News Pidgin where she talked a bit more about when she heard about being born out of rape and beating the odds. And I watched the clip, and I was so inspired. Sometimes you see all these people who make jokes, seem like they're very funny and all that, and we don't know the depth of their story, the story behind the woman. It was such one of the parts I loved most, what she had said in the video was that she dared anyone to say it in front of her, so her relatives would want to mock her and say that, "Oh, you were born, you're a bastard," and all that, but she would stand up to them and she would fight for herself. Love it. Do you guys have anything to say about it?
No, it was very touchy. never knew. I've met Helen a couple of times, and when, like you said, comedians, they come on stage and make people laugh, and
yeah.
sometimes they even take them seriously. And then coming from this is like the first time I was seeing her in this in this circle of emotions, and I was really touched. May God help us. Like it's a very difficult when you're a product of that kind of situation, and but I'm very happy that she's strong. Yeah, she's strong, and the way she's been taking it, and the way she has handled it all her life.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people can actually come out of that hole. It's a mental. It's
a mental battle,
man. But I thank God for her. She's done very well for herself. Nobody, hey, say whatever you want, but I'm proud of her. I'm very happy for her as well. And this should actually encourage anybody that's in that same situation, in that same circle, and say no to rape and make thunder fire people that
I think, I was just thinking about this the other day. The message is very clear here is that I'm the product of something that does not define me. I know who I am. I know how I can fight against this particular thing. And just because it's a struggle every time, it's not as easy as saying it in words. But being a product of that still does not change the fact that you have goals in life. You have a way of changing the narrative about everything, and that's what she's trying to do. And definitely, to rise out of that occasion, it is not simple. It's not simple always having that in the background of your head, but you must fight for yourself because you deserve respect. That's what it is.
Absolutely.
That's what it is.
And good news for those who might want to read her story in detail. She said a book is in the works, so she will be hopefully releasing a book. That's one book I would like to read, actually.
I actually attended the same training school with Helen Paul a few years ago, 10 years ago, right? She was the life of the party, and she was always, because I was the governor in my class, she was always disturbing, and then later on I heard that she had opened a school, and then all of this put together just is very inspiring to see people, watch people grow and see how good they do. So yeah, thumbs up to her. And okay, Lagos, let's talk about the next story. Who loves Game of Thrones? There's no excitement in this room. Are you serious?
Like 4 or 5 times.
Johnny Drille, are you among the minority that happens?
There is absolute excitement in this studio right now. There's absolute excitement.
Speak for yourself, Chef Jeff.
Okay, so the latest episode of Game of Thrones was uploaded on Amazon early due to an error. This is what the company said, and basically they're saying that generally it's out already. I mean, some of us have seen it, but the problem here is this: there's been a lot of back and forth about leaking things like this. A lot of WhatsApp messages went crazy 2 days ago, but generally, what are your thoughts?
Yo, listen, if I have the power to leak the full season right now, I'll leak it and I'll not run away. Arrest me if you want. Yo, see, if they have to submit, how they have to submit the tapes or whatever to the platform. If I worked with HBO, I would have watched the whole season,
of course,
A to Z. I don't have time to play. Game of Thrones, for people that have followed the story from day one, will understand the passion. Look, I saw Mazino. I don't know if you're listening. Mazino, I saw him posting like he's reading the book straight from the source. I say, yeah, whatever, man. Go and watch. If you're a fan of Game of Thrones, you understand.
For the record, I don't want to be held legally accountable for anything that he just about leaking. I am just a witness. I am actually not part of this thing. The lawsuit. Go lose my lawyer. For me right now, is that social media is not safe every week because I don't watch on time. That's the thing. So I literally had to block somebody. I know he's listening to part of the show. I had to block somebody the other day because I was like, you know what, you're gonna be leaking things every week. So every week I'll block you for a few days, and when I watch it, I'm gonna follow you again, and we'll keep it going like that. But Game of Thrones is epic. If you are not watching it, seriously, get a start. It's on the last season, so don't worry. We will soon end all the talk.
Is that free advert for? I just want to ask you.
Take it.
Lakumi, where are you, please? That's our
Is it free advert?
Checkbook. Take it. Johnny, how about you though?
What?
You don't watch it? You're too busy making music.
Well, I'm sorry, but I'm one of that 1% of people that don't watch Game of Thrones.
We are many.
Oh, 2 of us. Thank you. Oh, we're Matthew. Oh, wow.
Yo,
a lot of people.
Join the club.
All right, Lagos, tell you what, let's go on a quick break. When we get back, we'll bring the final stretch of Grapevine right here on Smooth 98.1. Stay close.
But guys, I feel your pain. If you not been watching, I feel your pain.
Look, you know what's the
It
problem?
gotta be a pain, man.
No, you know what the problem is?
Just fade it.
Starting from season 1.
Yes, that's I
Listen,
understand.
this guy that I had to block, all right, started from season 1 just very recently and
This
was
is
just
wow.
trying to catch up.
Oh, to catch up.
That's
So
what he
sometimes
did. So he
down.
starts,
So just
you know,
bring it back
live
down again.
tweeting
Oh, wow.
almost
Guys,
everything
check-
about
This
Is
the
this the
show.
season finale?
This
I mean,
this is the
the-
finale.
this is the end, they said
So
it.
don't worry.
And this-
I
we have to wait for
don't
2
talk about
years.
it
We
anymore.
don't care. We don't want it.
We have to wait for 2
No.
years, bro.
this one?
Yes.
Whatever.
Please.
Oh, wow.
If people
Well,
are
I-
watching, I beg. I don't watch nonsense
If I,
like
need,
that.
if I want to
Just
start
go.
now, how long will it take?
No.
Don't let them recruit you.
It depends on your
Close your
time.
ears. Run.
It depends on what
Run.
else you're doing. Or you can actually sit down. I mean, per episode is like 1 hour, 55
These
minutes.
people are-
Basically,
You know, it's just amazing how they
2 weeks
recruit.
or a week and a
Yes,
half.
you need to watch
A
it.
week and a half. I'll do it now.
Were you sure, are we?
Yeah, catch up.
We're ready, guys. We're ready in 20 seconds.
Okay.
So we're doing the Adele story.
What?
Adele story.
Okay.
You can find your mind when you let the music find you right here on Smooth 98.1.
Do we say comments first? Comments first?
This is Miss Eva Johnson, and don't you touch that dial.
That's right. This is Smooth 98.1. Don't touch that dial. If you just joined us, you haven't missed too much, but you have missed quite a
No,
bit.
you have
though.
missed a lot. Though.
Well, yeah. Well, you've not missed the part of what we want to talk about, which is quite
Okay.
interesting.
All right, that's fine. I just so don't make. I know you. Kayode is such a nice guy. Just so you won't feel bad. I'm real. You have missed. All right. Okay. So let's go on to this one here. Unfortunately, there's nothing funny about this. It's quite sad. Adele and estranged husband Simon Konecki. A number of people have already heard this story about the fact that they've split up, unfortunately. But what's the news today is that they're heading for a 145 million pound divorce, and Adele is the one with a 145 million pound fortune. Now, the first sign that there might be trouble in paradise was when charity entrepreneur Simon, who's 45 years old, showed up at this year's Brit Award without the singer, by his side. Then there were speculations: are they off? Are they not? Are they, But one of, the most wicked thing I've heard, and Kayode also said this, so forget his niceness, was that we're gonna get a nice album very soon.
I'm gonna step forward into this right now. It is,
But it's true.
It is unfortunate that the marriage did not work. I feel for them that that it could not work the way that it did.
I feel this is
And
going
I'm
somewhere.
super excited. I'm super excited
So like
about the quality of music that is going to come from this whole story. You cannot deny it. Every song, every single album has always been something about an emotional journey that she has gone through, and this is going to be epic.
Wow.
Adele is like Taylor Swift.
Yes.
Okay.
They speak from from reality. You understand? They speak from reality. Adele dropped. She left. I mean, I remember when maybe it was the same 3 years ago or so, where she actually stopped and announced to the fans that she was going to get off the stage or get off the music for a bit, focus on her marriage relationship.
I was going to say, do you think maybe that's when things start going a bit, if somehow in the marriage?
I wouldn't know, but I know that she had to sacrifice all of the whole fame and everything to actually focus on. Even at that, at that same period, she probably one of those big awards or so.
Yeah.
Can't remember. But it's quite sad, and when it's true that, of course, go back to the studio already and give us something, something new. But it's unfortunate.
Johnny, are you excited?
I think we already know the name of the album. How old is she right now?
30.
Whatever it is, that's what it's going to be called.
Yeah.
Are you excited?
Well, first of all, I'm sorry, Adele. But anyways, we're praying for you. We hope that you
Look at that.
get better. And yeah, we're looking forward to the album as well.
We can tell the honesty in your voice.
You people are just mean. But let's just take 1 or 2 comments before we call it a morning. But honestly, I love love, and I'm really sad. You see some marriages and you hope that they would work. I thought Adele's one was going to be one of those marriages. I saw Cruz says, "Good morning, everyone. Johnny Drille are great. I am so glad Yemi Alade announced she was looking for Johnny. Please let's help this Johnny look for Ifeo. People that make the current music space joyful. Johnny Drille, Simi, Falz, quality undiluted." And then MI from Akoka. Oh, it says John June is one of those male artists that I can say I love dearly, and I wouldn't mind being misinterpreted. It takes guts to do your kind of music. The depth of your work is mad. If it's probably stuck in traffic. Yes, Eminem is not afraid to take a step. Everybody, let's hold his hand and help him walk that straight and narrow road. Thank you so much, everyone, for your comments this morning. Signing out.
Jim Silas, live in the building. Catch you all on Thursday.
Yes. Okay.
Somebody did hear from me. Yeah.
Find me at ChefChef3000 on Twitter and Instagram. I have an event coming up sometime very soon, so watch out for the menu coming up very shortly.
Nice.
And yeah, hashtag looking for FA.
Jenny, any last words to your fans?
Well, thank you everyone who's been supporting my music. Really appreciate all of you. Of course, I've got a new song out called Finding FA. Of course, more music coming soon. Follow me on social media at Johnny Drille to get updated and all that.
All right. Thank you, Lagos. Thank you to everyone who's been listening. We're still here. That's Kayode and myself.
Yes, for Lagos Talks 981, where we get to open the phone lines. So please brace yourselves for a great time because we got one more hour left on the Smooth Breakfast.